Good evening. Whoops. Welcome. My name is Wayne Hutchison, and as a retired District 11 principal and the president of the Foundation for School District 11, and on behalf of the CYCA committee, it's my pleasure to welcome you to the 40th Annual Colorado Youth Citizenship Award ceremony. So to start things off, if I could ask you all to, if you're able to and wish to stand, to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all. I know the program actually says the national anthem, but we didn't have anybody lined up to sing it, and I'm afraid that if I did that, you'd all leave. So we're just going to skip that part of it. Again, just welcome to this great event, even though Jimmy Kimmel had the pleasure of hosting the Oscars last week. I can tell you that being part of this, celebrating these wonderful young people, is just as exciting for me, perhaps not as entertaining for you, but exciting for me. And I'll tell you that while the vast majority of my educational career was at the high school level, I did have the unique pleasure of starting the district's alternative middle school. First alternative middle school. And thank goodness there was a talented group of teachers and a fabulous coordinator. I'm actually happy to say that she's actually here tonight to actually run the school. I would have never survived without them. Those 2 years made me realize that just about anyone who has the privilege of working with this wonderful age group has already earned their place in heaven. This evening, we're not only celebrating the unique kiddos, but their incredible support system of teachers, principals, counselors, and of course, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and all other important adults in their lives. Could I ask that particular support system of caring adults please stand and give yourselves a hearty round of applause. And especially young people, you need to applaud them one more time. Before we actually get started with the program, I'd like to actually recognize a few individuals and groups that have been instrumental in making this event happen. First, District 11 Superintendent Michael Gall. Along with, I believe there are two D11 board members here, Dr. Parth Melpackham and Julie Ott. If you could. I believe there's a representative from the North Colorado Springs Rotary Club, Mr. Rich Serby. Is he here tonight? I don't. And then a fellow board member from the Foundation of School District 11, Ms. Jan Tanner. And last but not least, the members of the CYCA organizing committee who have worked tirelessly in putting this whole thing together. They're probably all working behind the scenes. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to stand or not, but I'm just going to read their names off. Sharon Nemeth, Joyce Schmaltz, Jean Schroeder, Gwen Kitchens, and Chris Fotinos. If you could just give them a hand. So now it's actually my pleasure to introduce to you the person that plays the pivotal role as the captain of the District 11 ship and who manages to juggle a gazillion issues every day in order to keep that ship afloat. If you'd please welcome Superintendent of District 11 Schools, Mr. Michael Gall.
Just to correct the record for Wayne, it's the colonel, not the captain. Sorry, I'm retired military, couldn't resist. Thank you all for being here, and what a fabulous night. I want to acknowledge again both our board members and our former board member who was introduced in her current role in the D11 Foundation. And so it takes a board to enable a school district to run, and then it takes a school district to run, but it's really here on behalf of the students. So for all the students who will receive an award this evening, please stand up and be recognized by the collective. Everybody up, stand up. Pat each other on the back. You've all done good for yourselves, and you've done very well for your community. I'm not going to take a long time because we have a keynote speaker, but I'm going to read from our graduate profile. If you don't know it, look it up online. This is what we seek to be able to embolden in each one of our students. One of our categories is an empowered citizen. That language reads, empowered citizens take action to make the world a better place by being informed, responsible, principled, service-minded, and engaged advocates to profoundly impact our world. You're seeing it here today, middle schoolers already demonstrating that exact attitude. So again, thank you to our students. I'm not going to make the parents and the guardians and the aunts and the uncles and the grandmas and the grandpas stand up, but please give yourselves a pat on the back for emboldening these young people to be where they are today. Wayne commented on how middle school is that transitionary time for kids. It is an opportunity now for us to award these Citizen Youth Awards, not just for the recognition of what the children have accomplished, but for their ability to stand up in a time period where many of their peers are choosing to sit down. And so whatever it is the issue that brings you here today, whether it's advocating for your fellow classmate, whether if it's thinking differently about the environment in which you live in, just your voice alone deserves that recognition. Many of your peer group will seek to go behind the curtains. The world is dying to be led, and we are thankful that you are standing up to help lead it. I think I'm going to close my comments there, and I think I am to introduce the Sabin Choir to come up. Is that correct, Wayne? Yep. If the Sabin Choir can come up and take over the rafters.
So please join me in welcoming the Sabin Chamber Choir as they sing Celebrate Life for Our Enjoyment under the guidance of Vicki Childs, accompanied by Kara Iverson.
Come celebrate, come celebrate, come celebrate, come celebrate, come celebrate, come celebrate this life. Come celebrate, come celebrate, come celebrate, come sing together. Come celebrate, come celebrate this life. Come celebrate, come celebrate, come celebrate, come sing together. Come celebrate this life. celebrate, come celebrate, come celebrate, come stand together, let's celebrate this life. Come celebrate, come celebrate, come celebrate, come stand together, let's celebrate, come celebrate this life. Come. Come celebrate, come celebrate, come celebrate, come celebrate, come celebrate, come celebrate, come celebrate this life.
Thank you all so much for those. What a wonderful rendition. If we could just have one more round of applause for the Sabin Chamber Choirs. Before I actually introduce our keynote speaker for this evening, I'd like to let you know a little bit about him. I actually first met Dr. Lance Bolton quite a few years ago when I was actually on the board for the Community Prep Charter School. He had just joined the Pikes Peak at that time Community College. He's current president now of the Pikes Peak State College. He has brought a blend of academia and business leadership to the college. He joined Pikes Peak State College in 2011 after serving as the president of the Northeastern Junior College in Sterling, Colorado for 5 years. Before working in higher education, his professional background included extensive experience in technical support and sales, as well as research and development for a Fortune 500 corporation. During his tenure at PPSC, President Bolton has focused on student success and transformation. He has worked closely with faculty, staff, community leaders, moving key initiatives forward, such as the 5-year strategic plans and yearly focus goals, a new vision statement, Students Succeed at PPSC, a focus on manufacturing and technical partnerships, and unprecedented partnerships with other major colleges in the area, including UCCS, Colorado College, U.S. Air Force Academy, and championing the Promise programs with regional philanthropists and local school districts to provide zero-cost college to high school graduates. And I'm proud to say that one of those school districts is our own School District 11. Throughout his career, President Bolton has been an active community volunteer and board member for numerous nonprofit organizations, including the Colorado Springs Chamber and EDC, Pikes Peak Regional Council of El Pomar Foundation, the Better Business Institute and for Social Impact, Discover Goodwill, and the Atlas Prep Charter School. Dr. Bolton holds a doctorate in food and science and technology from the University of Georgia, a master's degree in food science and technology from, the University of Georgia, and a bachelor's degree in accounting from University of Georgia. An avid cyclist and outdoor enthusiast, President Bolton loves living in Colorado Springs because of his active outdoor lifestyle and strong sense of community. It is with great honor and pleasure that I ask you to welcome Dr. Lance Bolton.
Thank you. Thank you for the generous introduction. And thank you all for being here. It's great to be with you this evening. I was honored to ask when I was asked to speak here. I thought, what a wonderful opportunity to talk to young people in our community who are out there doing great things, and I was really excited about the opportunity to be here and to talk. And then as the time got a little bit closer, I realized I was a little frightened by this. I actually do a lot of public speaking, and I'm really comfortable doing public speaking, but I haven't done a lot of public speaking to middle school students, so I thought that was a bit of a daunting task, so I'm going to do my best to find some middle ground, some ground that we might connect on tonight. So as I was thinking about what to talk about, last week I was sitting at my kitchen counter and I was thinking, what do I talk to middle school kids about? And I opened up and I started flipping through a copy of the Atlantic magazine, and there was a story about a person named Raina Telgemeier. How many of you have ever heard of Raina Telgemeier? Ever read Raina Telgemeier? I understand she is the most popular author among middle school kids in America today, has spent hundreds of weeks on the New York Times bestseller list, and writes wonderful graphic novels. So what the article said, and I believe is true, it said if you do not have a child under the age of 16, which I do not, and you are not yourself under the age of 16, which I'm clearly not, you might have no idea who Raina Telgemeier is, which I did not. But it became my plan to get to know her because she connects with middle school kids. So I Googled and I read and I Googled and I read some more, and I learned a lot about Raina. I learned that she's written The Babysitter's Club, Smile, Sisters, Drama, and a lot of other books. I've learned that kids go all over the country to get to go to her signings and have a chance to meet her in person. And as I learned more about Raina, it was something that she said got me to thinking about us. She said, I want my readers to know it's going to be okay, that all of us, with just a little bit of talking and a little bit of empathy, can find out that we have a lot in common. And she's right. While I'm no longer a middle schooler, and it's been a long time since I was a middle schooler, you and I do have something in common. Because after reading each of your bios for tonight's awards, it's clear that we share a common belief in service and serving a purpose bigger than ourselves. So I'd like to take a few moments to highlight the ways that you've demonstrated your belief in service this year. You've organized and distributed clothing and food items to unhoused neighbors. You've created and gifted art to connect with the community around you. You've fostered and found friends for homeless pets, and even used drones to help locate lost furry friends. You've cleaned up and cared for our local parks and open spaces, and you've created inclusive ways to welcome and support new students, especially those who may not speak English yet. You've also prepared and served meals. You've tutored and read to younger students. You've visited with the elderly and in nursing homes, and you've spent countless hours at local nonprofits such as Peak Education, the United Way, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, and the list goes on. And perhaps among you, Autumn Reek. Autumn, are you here? Hey, Autumn. How about a round of applause for Autumn? Because you know what, Autumn, your words in your bio inspired me. Autumn said, happiness is only real when it is shared with others. And there is profound wisdom in those words, Autumn, and I couldn't agree with you more. I think you're wise beyond your years, and so too are many of your fellow honorees. Each of you are an active citizen leaders, and together you're creating community networks that foster positive change for Colorado Springs. You remind me, in fact, of a speech by former President Barack Obama that he provided during a citizenship ceremony. He said, our system of government depends on ordinary citizens doing the hard, frustrating, but always essential work of citizenship, of being informed, of understanding that the government isn't some distant thing, but it's you, of speaking out when something is not right, of helping fellow citizens when they need a hand, of coming together to shape our country's course. Students, you are our next generation of leaders, and you're already shaping our future. You were the inspiration, in fact, for the District 11 Promise Scholarship that Wayne just mentioned. Did you know that if you graduate from a District 11 high school with a 2.5 or better GPA, that's half C's, half B's, 2.5 GPA, and you show up for school 90% of the time or more, the District 11 Promise program guarantees your cost of tuition fees and books at Pikes Peak State College is covered. It also provides academic support and support for complicated lives from our coaching team. And it helps build a sense of community among our students. This Promise program, the District 11 Promise, was made possible by a group of people with a vision to make the world better, just like you. And it was made possible by District 11 Superintendent Michael Gall and by the District 11 School Board. One of our dreams is that families never have a dinner table conversation where it is said, you can't go to college, college is too expensive. You don't have to have that conversation because we got you. You're already covered. So start dreaming about where college will take you in the world. As I wrap up this evening, I have two asks for you student leaders. Number one, learn more about the Promise program because it would be an honor to be part of your academic and citizenship journey. And you can start at Pikes Peak State College, and you can literally go anywhere. Number two, keep doing what you're doing, because as President Obama said, now you have to help us write the next chapter in America's story, and you're doing that. Thank you for inviting me this evening, and best of luck to all of you.
Thanks so much for those inspiring words, Dr. Bolton. And now, just to give you a little sense for what tonight is all about, first of all, I had been in District 11 for close to 30 years, and I actually didn't know a whole lot about this award. And yet, like I said earlier, this is the 40th year that this has been going on. So I feel like I was just blind through what was going on during this time, even through those 2 years of my middle school experience that I mentioned earlier. But for the past 40 years, a group of dedicated volunteers and sponsors have worked to recognize our middle school students in District 11, Mr. Arvel Ricketts, Maxine Glaskin, Dr. V.F. Lacey, Dr. Marie Lacey, and Dr. James Idle, all former members of the District 11, founded the program. Over the years, many have worked to continue this recognition of our future exceptional citizens. The idea for the award originated with Charles Lurch, an engineer and founder of Lurch, Bates and Associates. Mr. Lurch was long interested in the public school system and sought to make teachers and students aware of the importance of good citizenship to the survival and fulfillment of the democratic concept of government. This led to the establishment of state awards, which were funded by Mr. Leach and recognized teachers and students in Denver, Colorado Springs, and Pueblo. Today, the awards are funded by the North Colorado Springs Rotary, the Foundation for School District 11, and the District 11 middle schools. Since 1984, when School District 11 joined this organization, they have recognized students who demonstrate outstanding citizenship and responsibility to the community through their service with the recognition ceremony, which we're holding right now. The program has grown from the initial 28 students honored from 9 junior high schools in 1984 to this year honoring 41 students from 11 middle schools. Each School District 11 middle school nominates up to 5 students, with 2 being chosen as district winners and 3 selected as school winners. The North Colorado Springs Rotary, the Pikes Peak School and Public Employees Retired Association, and members of the CYCA committee judge the applications. The district and school winners each receive a certificate and a cash award. It's now finally time for the main event. So first of all, if I could ask Superintendent Gall, who I think, and or actually Jessica Weiss is in his stead, and Miss Jan Tanner from the Foundation of School District 11, if you could come up to help celebrate the winners. As I introduce each principal and CYCA coordinator, could one or both of you please come up and introduce your award-winning students? And if you could, because of the order of the slides, could you announce your school winners first and your district winners next? And students, when you walk up along these steps, if you could come and stand in this circle. And wait for your picture to be taken, and then walk this way. So with that being said, I'd like to introduce and ask the principal of the Achieve Online School, Mr. John Bailey, and the CYCA coordinator, Kim McBillen, please come forward.
School winners first? Okay. Should we go or should we wait for the pictures? Ashaya Castro. Once when Ashaya was at church, she saw a man outside pushing a shopping cart in the cold weather. All he had about him was a blanket. She knew the jacket she was wearing would fit him, so she put some snacks and water in a bag, grabbed the jacket, and took it to the man outside. The following Sunday, she saw him again. However, this Sunday, not only was he wearing the jacket she had given him, but also a smile. Thank you, Ash, for always looking out for the comfort and safety of everyone around you. Gabby is next.
Thank you, Ash. Our next winner is Gabrielle Morales. One of Gabrielle's community service activities is to help at her apartment building where she lives. She's found that helping new people move in, holding the door, or simply talking to the elderly that live there sometimes can become lonely. Gabby finds their stories can be very interesting. Thank you, Gabby, for sharing your sunny personality, contagious smile, and warm welcome to your fellow tenants.
Audrey Blaze Rutson. Blaze's art is so advanced that one year they were invited to display it at a local art show where they saw someone staring at their painting intensely. They approached Blaze to tell them how this painting had impacted and inspired them. Ever since this first show, Blaze has realized how art speaks to people and how it helps them get through the hard parts of their life. Thank you, Blaze, for using your talent to make this world a more beautiful and welcoming place. Billy McCullough. Billy participates in many acts of service, especially through her church. One of her favorites was when she and a group of other Baha'is got together and cleaned the Kane family cemetery. As she dug out the overgrown and dead plants, she realized how important the deceased were to the community. After her hard work, the cemetery was restored to its former beauty, designed to show respect for the dead. Thank you, Billy, for your thoughtfulness and dedication to your community.
Angelo Rodriguez. Angelo's community service activities include participating in fostering cats at the Wild Blue Cats Rescue. He helps care for the cats and assists to find them homes. He socializes the feral kittens so that they become more lovable and adoptable. He believes this has made a difference in his community. Thank you, Angelo, for your love and passion for kitties.
Now could the principal of the Galileo Middle School, Miss Julia Scott, CYA's coordinator Karen Van Bemden, and Shiana Neely, please come forward.
All right, Anaya Barber. Anaya comes from a family that has taught her the importance of community service. She loves helping donate food to schools. Sharing with others makes her happy. She always looks to volunteer any chance she gets. Anaya shows empathy as her mother modeled for her. Caden Slate. Caden is an active member of WEB and loves helping with concessions. He enjoys working in the back in any jobs that are needed. Part of his role in WEB is planning and setting up parties for the other students. He also helped our sixth graders get acclimated to middle school. His kindness is evident to all who interact with him. And Emilia Iduralde Vargas. As an English language learner herself, Amelia has been a champion and leader for new students who come to school with limited English abilities. She seeks out opportunities to support students and empathizes with the struggles of being not only new to a school, but new to a language and culture. Amelia is always ready to help when asked.
Thank you. And now, if the principal of Holmes Middle School, Mr. Anthony Carr, and CYA civic coordinator Tara Falsey, please come to the podium.
This is not Anthony Carr, this is Jamie Freeling. She is one of our APs. I just thought I'd let you know that. Makes her feel better about herself. She currently hates me. It's fine. Okay, we have got 5 awesome winners. We have Robin Livier. Robin's involvement with Wild Blue Cats makes a difference. She helped more than 30 different cats receive good care and shelter. The cats that she helped will have a far better life through her efforts and that of others. Eliana Moore. Organizing clothes for a clothing drive has been a fulfilling community service activity for Eliana. Sorting through donations, collaborating with others, and seeing the smiles on people's faces when they find clothes that suit their needs and preferences has been incredibly rewarding. This project has not only helped individuals in need, but has also provided a profound sense of fulfillment to her. Grace Wang. One of Grace's most important community service projects was creating tags to organize student pickup for her elementary school. This involved matching students and classes to colored numbers. This experience made her realize how much work goes into running a school and how important it is for families to participate in volunteering opportunities. Landry Frost. This year, Landry has been serving as a web leader. She helps mentor sixth graders through their adjustment to middle school. Before the school year and on a monthly basis, she makes a difference by engaging them in activities that allow them to feel more comfortable in a new environment and let them know that someone outside of a teacher does care about them. Can I read the other one? Caitlin's not here. Is it okay if I read it anyway? Oh, sure. All right. Caitlin Jones was our fifth winner. She is at her band concert tonight. So, for Cougars Care, Caitlin participates in an event called Harvest of Love. They prepare almost 200 boxes with items to make a substantial Thanksgiving meal for families in need in the Holmes and Coronado community. There are many moving parts to this event, and the more hands that help, the more families we impact. Thank you.
Thank you. And now if the principal of Jenkins Middle School, Mr. Anthony Jakowski, and the CYA coordinator, Rachel McKeeman, please come to the podium.
All right. I am excited to introduce Cara Giovagnoni. Cara is a mother's helper in the summertime, giving younger children a chance to learn new things and caring for them. She helps at several elementary schools, and she works her church's nursery and sings in the church choir. Sophia McGowan. Sophia volunteers to read at local elementary schools during Read Across America Day. She is a web leader and assists in making new students feel welcome, helping them navigate their new school. Autumn Rybeck. Volunteerism is an important part of Autumn's life. She helps at a veterinarian clinic, participates in school fundraising events, and sings with her church choir. She helps her elderly neighbors by walking their dogs. To her, happiness is only real when it is shared with others. Liam Adams. As a web leader, Liam helps welcome new students and makes them feel welcome at Jenkins. He makes ornaments for the Giving Tree Project, which helps provide Christmas gifts for fellow Jenkins families. He helped plant trees at a local high school on Beautification Day. One of his favorite activities is serving as the Jenkins Jaguar School mascot. He helps bring spirit and laughter to those attending school events. And finally, Lucy Kimball. Lucy volunteers with One Body Ent, which provides backpacks for students in need. She assists in Back to School Night, showing others what the school has to offer. She plays volleyball, is in NJHS, Web, and Crew, where she helps with many school events. She enjoys giving her time at Care and Share with her family and Girl Scout troop. It makes her heart feel good, knowing that she is helping others.
Thank you. And now, if the principal of Mann Middle School, Miss Carrie Lindemann, and the CYA coordinator, Ashlyn Woltke, please come forward. Thanks.
Good evening. Ms. Woltage was not able to join us tonight. Our community liaison, Ms. Jody Shields, has come to help assist. So I'm honored tonight to introduce Deontay Horn. I'm proud to say that Deontay is a man Lancer. He embodies all of the characteristics that are important to a school community. When you think of characteristics like citizenship and service, that's Deontay. Deontay volunteers regularly at one of our local elementary schools. He walks up to Stratton and he meets with the students and tutors him, provides additional support, and just becomes kind of one of those upperclassmen, role models for one of those students. He is a team manager for our girls basketball team. He has played basketball, works really hard to make our athletic team successful. He assists teachers in the classroom and has a positive attitude that enhances his leadership skills. Deontay's teachers say that he builds good rapport with his classmates and he is very respectful. He has also participated in Peak Education Group where he's worked on leadership skills as his secondary prep, and he also volunteered his time to help with one of our school-wide initiatives to increase kindness and empathy within our school. Deontay gives us a lot to celebrate tonight. His achievements and character are what give me hope for a better tomorrow. Thank you, Deontay, for your positivity and leadership at Mann Middle School.
Thank you. Now, if the principal of North Middle School, Miss Stephanie Leisure, and the CYA coordinator, Kelly Gallegos, please come forward.
Finnegan Calhoun. Finn plays club soccer, participates in track, and is active in Boy Scouts. He spoke at the beginning of the year to parents explaining the many opportunities for student participation at North. He is in honors classes and in NJHS. He has also been in a play at North. Mia Gallegos. Mia values her education and is a participant in Peak Education, which helps her develop into a successful student. She is in NJHS, Web, and serves as a teacher's aide. Mia volunteers at elementary schools and is active in basketball, track, and soccer. Layla Hansen. Layla is active in Web, NJHS, and North's Trunk or Treat event. Through NJHS, she helped improve North's amphitheater, and she volunteers at the Columbia Elementary Track and Field Day. She spoke at Talked at Bread, an event at the Concrete Couch. Her idea was accepted, and she received funds to start a community garden at North. Anna Fedorik. Anna has a long list of accomplishments, especially in sports. She competes in track, cross country, swim, basketball, and golf. As a member of NJHS, she helped rejuvenate North's amphitheater. She volunteers at Steele Elementary and is a Red Cross certified babysitter. Nathan LeDuc. Nathan is active in Boy Scouts and has helped with many community service projects, including tree planting, building Gaga ball pits, and serving breakfast to a men's group at First Presbyterian Church. He helps in the classroom and speaks to fifth graders about the many sports and activities available at North.
Thank you. And now if the principal of the Russell Middle School, Mr. David Dubois, and the CYA coordinator, Colleen Mickelvogue. I'm sorry, but hope that wasn't too bad.
Jasmine Diaz McGivern. Jasmine is an NJHS and helps with Harvest of Love. She reads to students at Keller Elementary and works the concession stand at school events. In Web, she assists in second step lessons, helping students learn basic life lessons. In the summer, she helps coach volleyball in Hawaii, where she finds very rewarding. Clive Ferguson. Clive enjoys dance, and he helps fellow dancers develop self-confidence when learning new routines. He participates in band and introduces songs at concerts. He was proud to take part in the Veterans Day celebration honoring those who served our country. Kellyanne Arriaga. Kellyanne is Russell's NJHS president and works hard at many service projects. She always strives to make good grades. She participates in track, basketball, cross country, swim, and always gives 100% to her teammates. She is first chair in band. She is always open to taking advice and an active member of Web, where she helps new students feel welcome. Talia Santos Carter. Talia volunteers at Rudy Elementary, helping students develop social skills and self-confidence. She is active in track, basketball, volleyball, and has learned from the challenges those sports bring. Team sports has helped her develop better communication skills, responsibility, and has helped her accomplish goals that she will use in the future.
Thank you. Now, if the principal of Sabin Middle School, Mr. Daniel Carricker, and CYA coordinator, Christy Linitz, please come forward.
Hello. I am pleased to announce the following winners from Sabin Middle School. First, our school winners are Samantha Perez Peinado, Samantha believes in helping others. She assists at workshops teaching karate, baking, and she helps children learn new skills, and she helps build their confidence. She spreads the word about the dangers of vaping and tries to serve as a good role model for others. David Reese. David enjoys football and is captain of the wrestling team. He participates in Sources of Strength, and when his father died last year, he committed to do his absolute best in school and even improved his grades, knowing that his father would be proud of him. He volunteers making food bags at Thanksgiving and has helped raise money for the wrestling team through car washes. Sydney White. Sydney enjoys Girls on the Run, where she became more aware of her health, both mentally and physically, while getting into exercise. She participates in a citywide 5K race, which raised funds for the organization. She volunteers at Brookdale at Briargate, which is a senior living home for people with dementia and Alzheimer's. She helped with activities, keeping the residents company, and she even played the violin for them. And now our district winners. We have Bella Pinus, Bella is president of the Bark Squad at Sabin. She participates in track, volleyball, cross country, yearbook, show choir, and loves digital art. And she recently added GMP math to her schedule. She volunteers in the library, helping the janitors, and she is on the honor roll and has perfect attendance. She shares her beliefs with her brothers and helping them learn by her example. And finally, we have Ariana Reel. She's the real deal. Ariana participates in soccer, Gift of Love celebration, and Awanas. Gift of Love has shown her how to be helpful, kind, and flexible. Awanas is a club that meets weekly, and as she developed great relationships and she has learned how to be a better person. Soccer has helped her cope with hard times in her life, and she hopes to play professionally.
And now, if the principal of Swigert Middle School, Mr. James Nason, and the CYA coordinator, Cody Inkler, could please come forward.
So I'm not Cody. I'm Ian Hathaway, the 8th grade counselor. Starting off, let's introduce Landon Richard. Landon is an active member of Flight Club, where he has learned how to use drones to benefit others, including lost animals. He's an active participant in drama class and a leader in Dungeons and Dragons, where he strengthens his ability to improvise. We also have Lamis Gouda. Lamis helps her father in his business and has learned the value of hard work. She enjoys playing the flute in the band and hopes to continue it in high school. She's responsible, getting good grades, and respects her teachers and her fellow classmates.
Thank you. So with the principal of the Tesla Middle School, Mr. Jason Miller, and the CYA coordinator, Melissa McNeil.
I'm Josh Schaefer, the assistant principal at Tesla. I'm proud to announce Rich Adazon. Come on up, Rich. Rich helps stray dogs and cats by feeding them and sheltering them. Her hard work in doing this has significantly shifted her perspective on these kinds of animals, causing her to care for them greatly. It has also prompted her to actively contribute to their well-being and help take care of them, thus making a mark in her community. Rich, job well done.
Now, last but not least, if the principal of the West Middle School, Mr. Jared Torres, and the CYA coordinator, Alec Finley, please come forward.
All right. Hello. Starting with the school winners, Nevaeh Rose Blauen. Sorry, it's actually Natalia Aviles. My sheet is wrong.
Sorry, dog.
Natalia's community service includes helping her mom at home. Her mom works to provide for her and her siblings. She helps her with cleaning and cooking and making sure that everything is all nice for when she gets home, so she's not tired because she already works enough. Okay, now it's Nevaeh Rose Blauen. All right, come here, Nick. Nick, come here, take a picture. Come here. All right. This year at Christmas time, Nevaeh volunteered at parties handing out drinks to parents and kids when they were in line to see Santa. She also helped the kids write letters to Santa and helped parents walking in by writing letters that had starting sentences for the kids to use at the tables. After the families left, she made sure to take the decorations down and make the office look nice. On to the district winners, Charlotte Adkins. Come on. This summer, Charlotte gave time volunteering at a farm in Manitou Springs. She focused mainly on providing food and garden space to the nearby community. This allowed people from the community, mainly younger kids, to focus on learning about art, nature, cooking, and caring for animals. It offered a space for individuals to gain access to certain things they might not have had access to otherwise. Sebastian Kula. Take your photo. Yeah, come get in this. All right. At West, Sebastian plays the viola in the advanced orchestra, and this past December, the orchestra volunteered to perform for the residents at a nursing home. It was very rewarding to see the smiles on their faces as they played many of their Christmas favorites.
Well, thanks. If we could just give them all one more round of applause. And thanks to Mr. Gall, Ms. Tanner, and Ms. Weiss for assisting on stage. Wow, how humbling is it to listen to the accomplishments of these incredible young people. When I was their age, I considered it a special accomplishment if I remembered to feed my dog and make my bed. Congratulations to all of you. I'm going to take a little MC privilege, if there is such a thing, and recognize, perhaps embarrass a little bit, one young lady in the audience. I've known Mia Gallegos from North Middle School for a number of years, as she and my great-grandniece have been schoolmates since first grade and were soccer and basketball teammates for a number of years. Congratulations, Mia, and to your great family for a well-deserved award. Finally, would you all welcome back the Sabin Middle School 7th and 8th grade chamber choir as they sing America the Beautiful for us. Feel free to stand up and take a stretch while they come out. Thanks again to the Sabin Chamber Choir and to Miss Vicki Childs and Kara Iverson. So could I ask all of the awardees, all of the students, to make one last trek up here and stand on the, as close as you can, on the risers. I've been asked by the school board president and the superintendent so we could get a group photo of all the award winners. If you could try to stand by school, that would be good.